What's up, guys? AnxiousJ here, coming at you with another episode of the Get Mike Trout a Ring Dynasty, aka the Los Angeles Angels Dynasty, and just kind of wanted to go over a few things. One, my computer did crash, so my save is not exactly the same. Want to talk about our new scouted international free agent. He looks like he's going to be a pretty decent guy. This is what our scouting director thinks of him. Potentially could have pretty high discipline, avoid strikeouts, huge home run power. The gap power is not quite there, but the contact's also going to be there. But even OSA is even higher on him, saying that he's going to be 80 in gap power and 80 in contact, and just looks like he's just going to be a genuinely good guy. Because of that crash, though, I had to recreate the trades. Those trades being the only trade that I remember making was getting rid of Garrett Cole. Traded him to the Yankees for Dellin Betances, who has been pretty decent for us, so 1.5 ERA since joining. I also did make the Dave Robertson extension as well. I don't necessarily remember all of those trades. And to be completely transparent now, it is April the 25th when I'm recording this. I'm trying to do as much bulk recording as possible, so I have this series kind of done well in advance. I kind of had a couple of free days here, so I decided it was something I wanted to do, just to have a couple of weeks in advance. And who knows, I could have this series finished up by the end of May, maybe even after this episode, it'll just be a couple playoff episodes. Who knows, this might be the last hoorah that we get. But going over our team right now, if we go into the MLB and look at standings, that's what I want to look at. Right now, we are first in baseball by a pretty long margin. Wow, the Miami Marlins are the second best team in baseball is what it looks like. But our magic number's already all the way down at 34. We don't have really any stress. The Astros are 24 games back. We are cruising. I want to see. We actually are also on a -3 differential. We should be at an 82 and 23 record. I think. I don't know what that projection is going to put us at, but through 105 games to win 80 of them and have almost a 75 or have over a 75% win rate is absolutely insane. I do want to check and see if there's any. Let's go to the reports. Let's look at. We got a lot of hot players. Nate Lowe's kind of struggled since coming back with us. Sucks a little bit, but you know what? Not really the worst deal in the world. This is actually a cool little tool that I've never used before. Wow. That is awesome. I just wish that I could see projections. Is there projections? Player salaries, pitching stats, potential ratings, roster news, major transactions. No, so there does not seem to be any projections. Yeah, no. Doesn't seem to have any projections. If you guys know where that stuff is, please let me know. That would be something that's really cool to look at. But other than that, I think we're going to just go ahead and go past this trading deadline. There's no deals I really wanted to make. No one wanted to trade with me. I kept on looking for trades for JD Martinez just to kind of figure out what I want to do there. But I think right now my goal should be to hold on to all of my players because Marsh is doing a job coming off the bench. Nomar Mazara batting .260 with 18 home runs. I mean, he is getting into the home run total and the at-bat total of Brandon Marsh. But JD Martinez also batting .285 with 18 home runs. Both of these guys are eating into Brandon Marsh's role here at the club. Shohei Ohtani is batting. I want to look at his batting average. He is batting .286 with 15 home runs. So his home run total is starting to creep up again. starting to look like the hitter he was his rookie year, which is awesome. Um, and other than that, I think our team's doing pretty well. I want to look at more batting stats. OPS plus, Derek Dietrich is making himself a great case to be on as a depth guy again next year. Batting 304, so he's making the most of his opportunities. He has a couple home runs, a lot of RBIs, 17 hits in 56 plate appearances, or 63 plate appearances. That's really good. Yordan Alvarez is really starting to come into his own. Jose Altuve is next level. Mike Trout is struggling for average right now. This has been his biggest down year. He's projected to hit he's still going to hit 30-something home runs. So we might start to see his regression here. It looks like his strikeout total is up this year, and that's what's causing it to kind of struggle. So, yeah, his strikeout total's on pace to be his highest since 2019, with his walks being a little bit less. So the strikeout to walk ratio's down just a hair. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but we'll try and see where he's going to end up. So right now, we're just going to go ahead and go past the trading deadline, holding on to all of our pieces, and we're going to see how people are going to progress to. Let's see who's regressing and who's... Shohei has a little bit of regression. Devi is regressing. Jordan's not regressing. Nate Lowe's regressing a little bit. Ryan Presley's still in AAA. He's going to get released most likely. And there's not really anyone too crazy. This guy's a guy who I've been having on my radar. He's potentially a guy who we can bring up soon. I just like his ratings all around. Who else is there? Livon Soto. No. But yeah, we're looking to be pretty set. Teji Kamimura, the Shadow, is probably going to win Rookie of the Year. He's pitched phenomenally. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to jump ahead to the roster expansion date, and I will see you guys then. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So now it's time for the roster expansion. Went ahead and had, what's his name, go down to the... Where is he? Richard Lovelady is going to go there. Who else should we call up? There's no one Miles Straw's for sure going to get called up. We'll go ahead and call up Jahmai Jones, Leonardo Rivas. Pretty much everyone who can be on the playoff roster just to get them some help. Call up Albert Abreu. And that's just going to be my call-ups for now. Go ahead and ask for that. This will be fine. We just have more depth guys on the bench now, which is really nice. And we have more depth guys in the bullpen to eat up some innings. Went ahead and also called up DeMarcus Evans. He's pitched 3 innings, or he's pitched 3 1/3 innings and has 10 strikeouts. So he has faced 10 batters. So here he faced 5 batters, 5 strikeouts. Faced 4 batters, 4 strikeouts. Faced a batter, got a strikeout. Oh, he's 2 strikeouts away. So he needed to be at 16 strikeouts from what I understand. Oh, no. That wasn't Major Leagues. These are all Major Leagues right here. So in the 10 batters he has faced in the Major Leagues, he has 10 strikeouts. That is awesome. So right now, we are going to go ahead and go to our usual pennant chase. We are pretty much already 100% in the playoffs. The only thing we're going for right now is the Mariners' record, which is 116 wins. So we're 10 wins away. 9 wins away now. And it looks like we have clinched the playoffs on the 5th of June, or 5th, 4th, on the 2nd of September. So with a month to go, we've already clinched playoffs. And the way that we're cruising right now, it would not surprise me if we were to beat this record. James Paxton, day-to-day injury. But you see, I'm gonna go ahead and shut him down for time being, just because I don't want any big hurts. Let's go ahead and check our pitching. This is what's great about having extra pitchers, because... Wait, what? No. Why? No, we're going to move Ty Batry back here, and we're going to move Kyle Dowdy here. And Kukui there. Actions, ask for bullpen. There we go. So, Kyle Dowdy actually has almost got 100 innings for us in the bullpen, which is awesome. 53 games. That is awesome. And then we have Teji, Shohei, and Lance all above 15 wins. That is a pretty astounding front end of the rotation. I mean, wow. Let's go ahead. We're clinched, so we don't really have to worry about this too much. This is just a fantastic feeling. We're going for the 116 wins. I think we'll be able to get it. We got our first loss in a very long time. But as you can tell, we win 4, we lose 1, is what it feels like right now. Like, we're 8-2 in our last 10. Expected win-loss is supposed... Wait, what? That's supposed to be what we're actually playing. So our differential... Wow, that's actually insane. Astros almost are eliminated from playoffs. I think them losing Lance McCullers for the entire season, whenever I signed him away, really dealt them a blow. Houston's also coming back, and they probably also have that low of a... I mean, statistically, they're not out of it yet. They have 0.1% chance of making the playoffs. And we just keep winning. So we have to have, I think, 9 more losses now. 9 or 8 more losses now to not beat the record. And right now we're just cruising. San Diego's up there. The AL East is very competitive. The NL's a lot more competitive than the AL. We are at 39 losses, so we cannot lose. We need to win 116 games. I don't know how many more games are left to play. After this game, I'd probably... how many more games are supposed to be played? 145, so... Just let me get up to 150 games played, then I'll know that we'll have 12 games left. So I know we need to win most of our games left to beat the record. Right now we need 11 more wins to beat the record, 10 to tie it. So oh, we received a personal message. Why? Retiring. Okay. Burt Reynolds. Sorry to see you go. Wait. Huh. I was thinking he was someone else. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and jump back into it. And go to the pennant chase. So we have played what? I can't tell how many games we've played. We played a good portion. The Astros are technically not eliminated from playoffs, but I think with this next game played, they will be. Oh, the Astros are still hanging on by a thread. So we need to win our next 10 games. So out of the next 13 games, we need to win 10 of them. Out of the next 12 games, we need to win 9 of them. That's, I think, the right math. Because there's 11 more games. James Paxton's coming back, so that's going to help us. We'll go ahead and ask him for staff. How did Kyle Dowdy do in his few starts? It looked like he had 2 starts, 2 5-inning games. Can't complain about that. No, can't complain about that whatsoever. Kyle Dowdy has been one of the most serviceable guys in our bullpen since he's been brought over. Very good two-way player, very good depth piece. Highly recommend picking him up. He doesn't have the crazy ratings that Shohei Ohtani and James Paxton have, but the one thing that I've been very thankful for with this entire dynasty is the willingness to spend money. And I am of the mindset that this is Mike freaking Trout. We do not need to waste his career. It's a win now or go bankrupt trying every single year. So we're at 109 wins. This next game will be game number 150 and will give us 12 more games to make sure that we get our record. So in 12 more games, I think we need to win half of those games. Yep, we need to win half and not lose half. So we had Edwin Encarnacion. How about that? So, yeah. We need... Who are we playing? So we will be playing the Astros. That sucks. Guy that we traded them, Nate Carnes, who's actually been pretty serviceable. Colin McHugh, who's been great for them. But against Tyler Anderson and Caleb Smith, we should get 2 wins here. So we need to pick up 6 wins out of our last games to tie it 7 to win. And with the way that we've been playing, I think in our last 12 games, we should be able to get this. Oh my goodness. I'm excited. I need to take away this. So we need... Wow. In 11 more games, we need 6 more wins. It is a lot less stressful than having the injury bug biting every single year. And this is just so nice. So 112. We need 4 more wins to tie the record, 5 more wins to beat it. And I honestly think that this team might go to 120 because they're just playing out of their mind. We also have Baltimore. We have a very easy schedule to do it. So we're looking to absolutely demolish the record. Kevin Garcia's retiring. Sorry, dude. Good luck in the rest of your endeavors. But, wow, Baltimore. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Baltimore is a premier team. So I shouldn't count my lucky stars just yet. So Baltimore still has a chance. We're 114, so we're 2 wins away. This might actually be the best team I have ever put together on this game. And the only reason I was able to do it was because I had money. and I made good trades of high-value people at the right possible moment. So I think with this win, we are on a 10-game win streak, which is oh, of course I'd said something. We have Baltimore, New York, which I wouldn't mind keeping the record intact for a little bit longer. I would only like to beat it by 1 game, honestly, but I also want my team super hot for playoffs. 116, that is the record tied. With our next win, we will beat the all-time winning baseball team record in a single season for modern baseball, which will be a little bit later. So now we have New York. How's New York going to fare against us? I think we have the upper echelon. Oh, we have development update. Let's go look at that. DeMarcus Evans, he's improving, which is good to see. Albert Abreu's improving. Vidal Bruin, he's been a great addition for us this year, but I think he might become a trade piece, but I don't know. I think I built up this team to not only win this World Series, but the next couple. I knew I should have traded this guy earlier when I had the chance. I knew he wasn't going to develop. How's Livan Soto doing? Livan Soto is going to be a fantastic player. So I really do think that I built this team up very good. Like, I think that this team actually has a chance to not only win 1 World Series with Mike Trout, but maybe even 2. So we'll see. I'm just going to go ahead and simulate to the end of the regular season, and we will see what we can do. We are already at 117 wins. Let's try and get... I want 121 wins. That's what I want. I don't know why it stopped. Let's simulate until the regular season ends. 117 and 43. Come on. 120. I want 120 wins. I want 120 wins. 120. 120. Come on. Let's go see how we did. Your Los Angeles Angels got 118 and 44. That is good for 2 ahead of the best all-time modern baseball record. Overall, I can't say I'm too surprised, especially with kind of the pieces that I've been able to build over here for the time being. Getting James Paxton. Well, first of all, if this was barring the this player, just having Shohei Ohtani, James Paxton, Lance McCullers, Kukui, and then Garrett Cole, along with having Kyle Dowdy out of the bullpen, this just seems like an insane pitching rotation. And you build around... I'm a thorough believer of you build your starting rotation first, then you build... You have... Well, first you build from your center field, shortstop, and 1 other pivotal player. So in this case, I have center field, I have a shortstop, and then my other pivotal player, honestly, for this team was, well, besides Shohei Ohtani, because I count him as a as a outfielder or pitcher, was honestly going and getting the JD Martinez bat. Now, I was fortunate enough to have Taylor Walls and Nate Lowe both develop. I was able to trade Jose Altuve and Yordan Alvarez in the same trade. Reese McGuire was a trade. Nomar Mazara was a trade. So very trade heavy. Brandon Marsh, I believe, was in our system, so he was a depth piece. Nate Lowe and Taylor Walls was in a trade with Tampa Bay, right? So who did I trade there? So everyone essentially was traded. I got Nate Lowe and Taylor Walls for Tyler Skaggs. I got rid of Joe Adell, which he is a fantastic player still, but he's still in Double-A, to whereas Nate Lowe is a Rookie of the Year and Taylor Walls is an everyday shortstop for me now. So I'm sorry, but I can't help but say that I came out on the upper end of that. So making the right trades and right value, taking more guaranteed picks. Yes, he's the number 20 prospect, but he was still down in rookie ball. So go ahead and grab those AA, AAA guys that are more sure to develop was a big thing that helped me here. Nomar Mazara, who did I trade for you? Traded for oh yeah. So this was just getting rid of Zach Cozart, who's honestly gone on to really do nothing. And he's been a big cash dump for us, honestly. So JD Martinez, what did I trade for him again? JD Martinez, I just traded Rick Tomprero, which retired already. He retired after that season. Wow. That is insane. So I got a really good deal there. Wow, that's awesome. Really happy of that. Mike Trout was here. So I think the only guy that was here, honestly, on this roster was Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. And those were two pillars that I was not trading. On the pitching roster, the Ty Battree was the only guy that was here. I went out and got Craig Kimbrell, but everyone else was someone that I brought in. So I'm of the mindset of gut, don't care about who you are, except if you are a Mike Trout. I would never have traded Jose Altuve away. And I think that this single-handedly, though, where, if I can find it, this single-handedly was probably my best trade. Because Andrelton Simmons now, he's batting .249 for Chicago. He didn't bat that well. I got rid of him at a very good time. He's making $10 million a year. But I was able to get two of my pivotal pieces of this team. And now I have the best team in baseball. So I also want to see who did I trade for you? I want to say I traded another catching prospect for you. No, I traded this guy. This guy doesn't seem like he's going to be developing whatsoever. So that was a very good trade for me. I'm very happy about that trade. Wow. I didn't realize how trade heavy I really was in this game. And that's just me being a guy that likes to tinker with things and make things better. Derek Dietrich was also a key pickup because in his almost 100 plate appearances, he was able to hit .289 for us and still was able to get half a win above replacement for us. Definitely a good guy playing first base and left field as our backup. Backup to Yordan Alvarez, who can do the same thing. In those games, we could also even move Yordan Alvarez to left field and let Derek Dietrich play. This was a great Rule 5 draft pick. Bruin has been a very good Rule 5 draft pick as well. And just every single person that's been on my team, I've either had to pay tooth and nail for, or I was able to get young. So this is a good mix of veteran leaders with Mike Trout and JD Martinez with a bunch of young guys, and Jose Altuve, with 1, 2, 3, 4 guys making minimum, one guy making arbitration, but every single person on my pitching roster has a contract. This is what you get whenever you have the fourth most expensive, fourth highest payroll. So that's awesome. All right, and with that being said, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to go ahead and simulate up to playoffs beginning, obviously, see if there's any play-ins, which I'm surprised there isn't with how close the race was. And wow, James Paxton and wow, we have Tyler Walls became the okay. Tyler Walls' average topped the MLB. How about that? So the regular season ends. What I want to do is I want to play until next playoff round to see between Tampa Bay and Boston who are going to play. I want Tampa Bay, and I want to sweep them. I want to demolish them. And we get our freaking chance. We are going to wipe the floor with Tampa Bay. This was one of the only guys I wanted to go and trade for because he's an Aggie. I enjoy him. He's a fantastic guy to watch for A&M. But what we're going to go ahead and do is right in the next episode, I think will come out. Well, I'm trying to have these come out every single Wednesday. So this, depending on how many rounds this goes, I'm hoping to have this round tomorrow, next round Friday, and then World Series on Saturday, and then the roundup, overall, what Mike Trout's done, what our team did, and series kind of roundup. If we win the World Series, will be that then. If not, we'll continue with this as a regular scheduled series. But with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and let's go get some revenge on Tampa Bay.